Welcome to 3.0. Today it's going to be three important points which will help a long way in your understanding of the spine. Show some spine, very common English idiom. And what does it mean? It means stand up, take control and do the right thing. And that is precisely what our spine helps us do. It helps maintain stability both when we are standing up or at rest. So that's one very important role that the spine plays. Apart from that, it also plays a major role in protecting the neural structure, namely the spinal cord and the roots which come out of it. These are very delicate structures and it requires proper protection, which is done by the spine. After understanding the role of spine in the body, now let's look at the common problems afflicting the spine. The most common would be degeneration of the spine or spondylosis or aging of the spine. Apart from that, you can have traumatic fracture of the spine, you can have viral infection, bacterial infections, then even autoimmune disorders and congenital problems are common problems afflicting the spine. To make the understanding simpler, I'd like to further divide all these problems into two major chunks. One would be a structural problem and the other is a problem of the space or the real estate of the spine. Now, when we look at the structural problems, you have the muscular problems, you have the skeletal problems and you have the problems associated with the cord. Now, when we look at the muscular problem, it's the most common one which produces symptoms, but the best thing is they are usually self-limiting. And it's primarily muscle spasm or a small muscle tear or muscle strain. When we look at the skeletal system, it could be anything from a fracture of the spine to a prolapsed intervertebral disc to major spondylotic changes. Now the third thing would be your spinal cord itself suffering from some autoimmune disorder or some infection, bringing about major symptoms ascribed to the spinal cord itself. Now, let's come to the other problem, the problem of the real estate or the space. Now, when we look at the spine, the central space is an empty space when we look at it, and that space is reserved for the neural structures, namely the spinal cord and the other neural structures which come out of it. Now, any intrusion or encroachment into this zone compresses the cord or the roots which come out and produce major symptoms. These symptoms are known as radiculopathy or also known as myelopathy when the spinal cord is compressed. Now these compressive agents could be anything from a spondylotic spur which comes out because of spondylosis, or could be a disc or could be a spinal tumor. But the final effect is because of the compromise of the space or the real estate and finally the spinal cord and the root. Now let's come to the third and the most important point. How to prevent back problems. The most important in that is regular exercise. Regular exercise not only to keep your overall body in shape, but also some targeted specifically towards the back to strengthen the back muscles. Second would be maintaining a very good posture through the day, not just when you're sitting or when you're walking or sleeping, but especially so when you're lifting heavy weights. It's very important to learn the right way to lift weights in the correct posture. And finally, we come to our diet. Maintaining a healthy diet is extremely important. It helps us maintain our body weight in the right zone, especially prevent accumulation of fat or excess weight around the mid zone, which is an invitation for spinal problems. The second would be the micronutrients in our diet. Micronutrients like vitamin B12, vitamin C, vitamin E, omega-3 fatty acids, minerals like calcium, magnesium, extremely important from the spinal health point of view. So finally it comes down to maintaining a healthy lifestyle for maintaining a healthy spine. So that's it on 3.0. Thank you for your patient listening. Thank you.